Did you know you can give away free money on Shopify and get real money in return? Let me explain. Today, I'm going to reveal the strategy I use to get repeat customers without spending any real money on them. So before I reveal how I actually do that, first we need to actually look at your product, or more so the price of your product. When you set the price of your product, obviously it's dictated a little bit by the market and how much your competitors are charging and the sort of customer perception of your product. But ultimately, the price of your product is split into three things. First of all, you've got the cost of fulfillment. So what you're going to pay your supplier, the cost of the product, plus the cost for them to actually ship it to your customer. The cost per acquisition, which is what you're going to be paying Meta to actually acquire the customer. And also your profit margin, which is obviously whatever's left over. Whenever you make a sale on your store, it sets off a chain reaction where the cost of fulfillment is paid, the cost per acquisition is set, and the profit margin is then calculated. If we want to make more profit, we either need to sell more of our product, or we can change the relationship between our cost of fulfillment and our cost per acquisition to affect our profit margins. Now, here's the thing. We can't really do much about our cost of fulfillment. The product will cost what it costs. The shipping of it to our customer will cost what it costs to ship. And bar some really great negotiation skills with your supplier or increasing your AOV to reduce the shipment cost per product and therefore the cost of fulfillment per product, there's not really much we can do there. However, we can change our cost per acquisition. Now, earlier when I said your sale sets off the chain reaction, I said your cost of fulfillment is paid, but your cost per acquisition is set. That's because when you make a sale, you've already paid Meta, and then you're simply calculating how much it costs you to acquire that customer based on impressions. That's actually one of the advantages that Google has over Meta, is that with Meta, you pay for impressions, yet with Google, you pay for link clicks. But what if I told you there was a different way to pay for your CPA without it actually coming from your pocket? Now let me introduce you to one of my favorite tools, gift cards. Now the reason I love gift cards is because I get to set the price of my own CPA. So let's say my product CPA is $15. I can set my gift card at $15, and then if the customer redeems the card, I get my profit margin twice. Once from when I acquired the sale from Meta, and then a second time when I gave them the gift card and they bought the product a second time. But here's the thing. If they never redeem the card, I get to give them the perceived value of the gift card, but I never actually have to pay the bill. Which means best case scenario, they redeem the gift card and I make double the profit. Worst case scenario, I only make one sale, they get the gift card, but I never actually have to pay for it. I get to give away value for free. Now, if you're still not convinced on gift cards, you should know that about 90% of them are normally redeemed, but that means 10% of them are never redeemed. So 90% of the time, you should get some extra sale, some extra profit margin, and 10% of the time, you get to give away that free perceived value and it costs you nothing. The second thing is on Shopify at least, only 30% of stores are actually using gift cards, and most of them aren't using it in the way that we're looking at them in this strategy, which immediately gives you a boost over your competitors. So hopefully from that, you can see the value of gift cards, but how do we actually implement this as a strategy in our Shopify stores? Let's take a look. So I've just made a quick example store on Shopify to show you what to do, but basically we're going to come into products and gift cards, and then you'll be greeted with this screen here. Now, if you just create a normal gift card, it's effectively like creating like a credit card that you can then assign to a customer to use, or you can give the code out to whoever and they can type it in on your checkout page. However, what we're going to do is we're going to create a gift card product, which means that whenever the gift card product is bought through your store, it then generates the gift card. So to do this, you just click the button on the right, the Add Gift Card Product, and it's going to bring you to this page here. So what I would do, using the example from earlier, is I would call it $15 gift card. No need to add a description, but you want to add some media so that when it comes in your cart drawer, they can actually see the product with a nice product image. Just make some kind of graphic that goes with the theme of your store. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I've just added this little image here so that if they do put it in the cart drawer, it will look like a real product. Then the other thing you need to do is you need to come and set the denomination. So in this case, I'm actually in euros, so let's go and set that to euros. Okay, lovely. So we're going to come down here and we're going to set the denomination to 15 euros so that it matches what we're calling the card and what we're going to attach. Now, in terms of how much to price the card for, is you want it to be at your target CPA or less. Because if your target CPA is $15 and you give away a gift card for 10 and they use the gift card, then by having a reduced gift card, you have a reduced CPA and therefore your profit margin is a little bit bigger. But you obviously also want to weigh that up with the fact that a higher value gift card is going to give higher perceived value and a higher chance of it actually being used. Bear in mind as well that the best case scenario is to have another sale from the gift card, so we really do want to encourage them to use it. And the worst case scenario, if they don't redeem it, giving them a higher value is still going to be a higher perceived value. If you want to fill out any of the product organization and keep it all catalogued and nice and neat in your store, you obviously can, but you just need to click Saved Gift Card, and we're done. Now, if you actually go under your products, it will now list it as a product, which you can then attach to your bundle app. So I've come into Kaching Bundles, and I've just made a little example bundle here, just using AI slop images there. So you've got buy one for the standard price, and then you've got a deal there, buy two, get one free for €90. So already that's a relatively good deal. So most people would probably go for the higher one if they were interested in the product. But if we want to sweeten the deal, then all we need to do is to go into our second tier here, and then we're just going to add a gift. Now, when you add the gift, you get to select a product, and earlier when we made the gift card, this is where the gift card's going to come up there. So we're going to click the gift card. We're going to make sure that the image has come in, make it a little bit nicer, bigger, whatever you want to do. Change it to, €15. If I could spell. Gift card. So there you go. I know it's ugly. It's just an example. But when they now look at this, rather than them seeing buy two, get one free for 90, they're also going to see that they get a free €15 gift card. Logically, a lot of people will pre-use the gift card in their head. So they'll look at it as, this is not 90, this is 90 minus 15, this is now €75. That's cost you nothing. That's just the free value you've given away. So that is your conversion rate booster there. It's more likely to get them over the line and to actually make the sale. But the beautiful thing about gift cards is that if they don't use the gift card, it's cost you nothing to give that free value. And if they do use the gift card, even if they come back in and they decide to use it on just the standard price here, your standard price already factors in your CPA. And instead of paying Meta for your CPA, you're now just allowing the customer to use the gift card. They get to feel like they've had a deal, and you get to increase your reputation with that customer. But for you, it's actually not cost you anything. It is completely free. So as and when your customer checks out with the gift card, they'll get email, they get all the automations from Shopify, but they will both have a code that they can input, but it will also get added to their account. So whenever they go to check out in the future, it will come up underneath their payment details as an option to use the gift cards associated with their account. You can go back into the back end, you can change whatever you want to change, but from their point of view, it's made really simple. They can use the gift card, in which case, great, we're going to make another sale, or if they don't use it, again, free value, you made the last sale, bit of a conversion rate booster for you. So that's gift cards. That's one of the strategies I use to get repeat customers and increase my conversion rate. Hopefully now you can see how valuable gift cards are. They're fantastic for increasing your perceived value and increasing your conversion rate, and also bringing back return customers by not costing you anything. I'd love to hear your thoughts on gift cards. Are you already using them? Are you going to use them now? If you do implement them, let me know how they work. I'd love to hear how this works for you. If you got any value from this video, or you'd like some more tips and tricks about how to build a profitable Shopify store, then hit the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.